Hey everyone, welcome to the Industry Show. I'm your host Nitin Bajaj, and joining us today is Harvinder Singh. Harvinder ji, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
It's our pleasure to have you. What is your entrepreneurial purpose, or why do you do what you do?
Business has been a part of me ever since I can remember. The closing a deal, it's probably still as exciting as whether I'm selling a machine, selling the financing, selling a company.
Mm-hmm.
Closing a deal has a different level of excitement, and it's still fun. It's different levels of fun, but that to me is probably what motivates me to stay in business.
Yeah. And as an offshoot of that question, what motivates you to like you said, you exited, but then you came back. What keeps you going?
Well, the reason I came back was not overthinking it. It was more to provide a service for the customers. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of customers that you sell to over, and we've always sold based on personal relationships. So there's companies that bought everything from us, and all of a sudden they wouldn't have access to parts or service. Mm-hmm. And so when we started getting, literally for 3 days, my phone rang nonstop when they decided to close it down. And each one of them, I told them, don't worry, we'll have something set up for parts and service. At that time, we didn't know the journey would be kind of bringing the whole company back, but that's what it ended up happening.
So you're good at a lot of things, the basic tenets of running a successful business, relationships, customer service. What is something that you're not good at?
I think my biggest weakness is operations, especially operations. And there's so many people I've seen that are very skilled in making processes and making sure those processes stay enforced and improve. While sales has been my strength, operations side has always been my weakness.
Any mentoring moments or a mistake or a set of mistakes that really shaped you for the better?
Yeah, I think it was because when we first started, we started growing fairly fast. And when the first recession came, recession in our industry affects more than other industries because we're selling capital equipment. Yes. So when the first recession came, we didn't know why we're slowing down, right? So that was a learning moment, and probably what we tried to do is grow out of a recession. Mm-hmm. We redid the showroom. Mm-hmm. We were trying to think that it's our weakness, not just what's happening out there. So that was a big learning curve for us. For the future recessions, we focused on just holding the cost and improving our weaknesses. And so that was a big learning curve. Rather than you don't try to grow your way out of a recession, right, you hold on tight, So that was the biggest learning curve that we had for our industry.
Sure. Any success or a highlight that you would want to brag about, right? Something that you're really proud of?
I can tell you what I've learned, what caused my success is nothing that I have done. I've been blessed. It's without that, those blessings that make everything come together, you're nothing. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of people that work harder than me. There are a lot of people that are way smarter than me. Mm-hmm. At the end, what I have is a blessing, right? What we've been able to have. So, but in terms of a business point of view, what I feel helped us is when we learned that go after the niche markets. You have to know your place in a market. You cannot be everything to everyone, right? And that's when we started out, we were more on the commodity machines, but very quickly realized that on the commodity machines, the bigger, stronger players, you'll never be able to compete with them. When we started to going after the smaller niches within the same industry, we saw our growth, very fast growth and manageable growth and profitable growth. And
sure.
Going after the niche market, I think, you have to know which niche you're going to go after and try to be the best in it.
Sure. Yeah. When you're looking to build your team, what are the 3 qualities that you look for?
The first thing you look for is ability to get along with other co-workers. Mm-hmm. Egos play a big role in skilled workers. Mm-hmm. And as much as you can, you try to find the people without the egos. That being said, for our industry, skills are as important. So sometimes you have to get the skilled workers. So that's probably the second thing we look for is their technical skills. right? And the third thing that I look for is, does that person feel the customer's pain? So when the customer goes down, will he feel the pain? Because if the machine's down, the customer's hurting, right? And some people will feel their pain, some people will not.
True.
So those probably are the three things, but they're very industry specific.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
In terms of the manufacturing industries, what would you say are the biggest trends right now?
Automation.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is headed towards automation. Skilled workers are going to be at a premium, and right now there's a lot of workers who are in their 60s. It's only a matter of time before they retire, and I think skilled workers are going to be at a premium, and as people can't find them, they're going to replace a lot of people with automation. Automation is getting less expensive, workers are harder to find and getting more expensive. It's only one trend I see, that automation will grow and continue to grow.